Welcome everybody to episode 44, Brad, of the latest.
That's right. It's coming up on a year. We've had 2 or 3 weeks where something popped up, so we're coming up on a year.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big news every week, I guess, but it was interesting to see Google take the number one spot over ChatGPT in this or OpenAI in the States
hmm
now, right? So, which we've been talking about. We both love it so much. But
I have the Google phone. I have the Google Watch. I have the Google tablet. I use Google Workspace. I use Drive. I use Gemini. I've used Google for years. I use the other tools as well. When someone says Google's doing great, I say good because I've got a bunch of their stuff.
exactly.
I like it. I'm in on it. It's fall here, David. You're in North America. I'm in North America, but in North America, it's fall. As you can see over my shoulder here, there's the color change, right?
Yeah.
Which means it's almost Christmas. You'll blink and it'll be Christmas. And yet these software companies keep cranking out new things like it's Christmas every week.
Right.
It seems like it just keeps coming. What we're going to cover today is that Claude is now in Slack. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about how Sora 2 from ChatGPT is the video model that looks, I'm going to say, beyond hyper real to the point that it just looks real. Harvey put his bungee jump video in our chat. If you didn't know that that was AI driven, I think you could fool 75% of the people. And the important thing about seeing a friend's Harvey Castro, who does the AI catch up with David and with myself and with Brooks Woods and Michael Nossinger. Harvey is not a ChatGPT employee who spent months in the development room for the sizzle video to see what the capabilities of the tool are. He just used it on his phone for a couple minutes. So it's good to see what the user experience is. But we're going to talk about the video model from Sora 2. We're going to talk about ChatGPT now has Pulse, which can give you a news feed. It also has a shopping feature. You can shop right in Etsy. And that is a really interesting fact. Did we have one more thing? Maybe we did. I also want to mention that there's that new actress. What's the name of the actress? Do you remember her name?
Right. Oh, by the way, we're gonna talk a little bit about Alibaba's model, right? And Glenn. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just interesting. Maybe something to keep on people's radar.
Tilly Norwood is the AI actress. And then finally, there's a new model from Claude,
Right. And that right.
which people are saying is doing wonderful things. I think the testers put a 30-hour code marathon with Claude.
Right.
I spoke with someone yesterday who's a CEO of a new app, and they said they saved easily 6 figures using coding apps. So it's absolutely a revolution for anyone that remembers 4 years ago or 3 years ago. I think we're about 60 days away from the 3-year anniversary of ChatGPT. And for most business professionals, it's hard to remember a business time without ChatGPT. So let's look at ChatGPT.
And the
Let's
price
look
went
at,
up, by the way, quite a bit for the programmers. Um,
pardon? The
I
price
said
went up?
prices are going up for programming, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we have our new we have our new like AI coding session every other Tuesday. So I did hear many grumblings about that and just how you
Mhm.
have to really be careful to manage the costs.
So let's have a look here. ChatGPT Pulse. Let's look at this. So this came out, David, I think 7 days ago, but I think just after we filmed the latest. I think I saw it later that day. I was like, oh, okay. So check this out. It says now ChatGPT can start the conversation. It's rolling out on mobile. You can try it. Okay. And what it does is it gives you like a custom news pulse. All right. So if we look at it, they're going to help you reach your goals. Okay. They're releasing a preview of it to pro users on mobile. So I think the pro user is the $200 user. I think there's plus, which is just a little bit more, and then pro is the $200. So for anyone who has that, you're getting an early view of it. As I understand it, it's going to come out to everybody soon. So it proactively researches and delivers personalized updates based on what you're doing. and on connected apps like your calendar. So imagine that you're like, I'm going to Vegas in January, and they might send you a daily pulse about Vegas in January.
Interesting.
And proactively. So it says you can curate what they research by letting it know what's useful and what isn't. The research appears in Pulse as a card, right? Like almost like the front page of a news article, a topical visual card. So you can scan it quickly or open it for more detail. And I think the video here shows what that's going to look like.
Yeah, let's watch that.
So the books, the cat, the train. Look at this, your big trip's around the corner. Here's a handy guide for Heathrow. And so there's an article on a guide to Europe's busiest airport, right? And more and more and more. If you got a new cat, here's a routine for them.
Wow.
Right? And they're going to ask you questions. Right? If they know that you've tore your ACL, here's a recovery and rebuilding strength guide. Like, this is revolutionary.
Well, right. No, for sure. But, right, I mean, I think we've kind of gotten used to, like, if we use Gmail or any of the Google products, kind of jumping in on what we do, right? Or just listening to our email to create things. Now they're doing it here. I guess, does this seem a little more intrusive?
I think you tell it what you're up to. You might give it some hot topics and let it decide what and
right.
when.
So you have to feed it. It's not just listening and then pushing stuff to you.
Good question. Probably the answer is both. I think in the ideal world, you tell it, "Hey, I've got an Italian, recipe I'm trying to try out, or a Thanksgiving dinner I'm making," and it makes up some recipes. But I think it listens, and I think you tell it, right? So you can ask for what you want to show up. You can curate a request. You can ask for a Friday routine of local events or tennis updates for tomorrow. You can give feedback, and then it becomes more personal and useful. And I think that there's a limit to it. So they said it's not just a doom scroll.
No, that's huge. That is great, Brad. And I think kind of reinventing that whole thing. And it would be good too, just to like, for action items, for business, for health, right? Every day. They went into a little bit of the health stuff, but maybe as we look at delivering for clients or getting new clients or things like that, if that could be programmed in, I find that very helpful.
That'd be really helpful. So that's Pulse. The other thing from ChatGPT is Sora 2. So for anyone that remembers Sora, it was a video model. You would type in a prompt and the video would show up. I think we can just watch their video. I'm going to stop and reshare with sound just to be sure, because there is sound on this one. Okay. The brain takes a second to believe this, David, but literally everything that you're watching and seeing, all of it, from the very first frame, is not video footage. It is AI generated video footage. So even when you see Sam Altman, he's like, "Hey, it's me, I'm Sam Altman." Your brain is like, well, that's the part that they filmed before the AI. If you read the text on screen here, it says, everything you were about to see and hear was generated by Sora 2. So all of it is not real. It's not like a video insert of Sam, like a real footage of him inserted into it. I'll shut up and then watch.
One year ago, Sora 1 redefined what was possible with moving images. Today, we're announcing the Sora app, powered by the all-new Sora 2. It's the most powerful imagination engine ever built. And it's packed with new features. I'll pass it to Bill for more details.
Now every video comes with sound.
Sora 2 is also the state-of-the-art for motion, physics IQ, and body mechanics, marking a giant leap forward in realism.
introducing Cameo, giving you the power to step into any world or scene and letting your friends cast you in theirs.
On the path to AGI, the gains aren't just about productivity. It's about creating new possibilities.
It's also about creativity and joy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's why we're launching Sora 2 inside the Sora app, allowing everyone to push the limits of their imagination and create in ways we never thought possible.
Like, it's straight up amazing.
Crazy. That is phenomenal.
There's so much that the brain can't handle. When you're looking at that, it's fascinating. There's people in a duck race. There's people flying on dragons. There's people flying through the air. There's Sam Altman doing a meticulous toy craft. You know, there's a cartoon orchestra. There's an elephant. Your brain is just going, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? I'm sure, David, if you make your own, that it might take a little longer to reach that kind of peak quality. It's always like watching a food ad on television. You know that they meticulously crafted that food to look good. It's the same thing for a video company. However, when I saw Harvey's video, do you have WhatsApp on your computer that you can share Harvey's video from the other day?
Oh God, I can send it from my WhatsApp to my computer. Give me a second.
Yeah, because he made 3. I think the 2 bungee jump ones look good. The hot air balloon bungee jump looks good. It's interesting to see like the use case of these things. Anyone who's doing social media, these are, I believe, they're now 15-second videos. I think if you get the $200 plan, you can make a whole bunch of them. So for anybody that's doing social media for anything, go and try Sora 2. What you used to pay $200 for in advertising or marketing was pretty much nothing. Like you would get almost nothing for $200. Now you could get a month where you could have a personal assistant or yourself or a team member go and create videos. I don't know if it's an endless amount of videos. You might get credits, but a lot of videos. You could go create a month worth of social videos that might even put you in them and be like, hey, it's me standing in front of my business. Check out the opportunity. Isn't this amazing? And you can be very creative. You can use things like Prompt Cowboy to shift around your ideas into social media friendly ideas. It's an absolute revolution for anyone that's willing to just try. I think it's a brilliant shift in what's possible in like minutes instead of months.
Totally. Yeah, it is. Right. And just, I mean, maybe it doesn't sound like a lot, but from 8-second buckets to 15 seconds is pretty huge. I'm just jumping on with my other computer here to show the video.
Sure.
So let me just do this. And now, let me just find that video. Okay, so let me show. Wait, this is where he's talking to in the bottom left, right? No, I don't think it is.
Oh, okay. You know what? We'll skip that then.
Yeah,
I don't want.
we'll show it next week because I think
We'll show it next week.
there'll be a few more, and I'm sure a few more from Harvey because now that he found his new toy, he's gonna be on it.
Absolutely. So the other thing on our list to show is that Claude Sonnet 4.5 is here. So for anybody that uses Claude, I think we mentioned last time, Claude is now inside Microsoft. When you have Microsoft Copilot, you can choose between ChatGPT and Claude. They're competing products. They're Coca, Pepsi, or Nike and Reebok. They have their strengths. Claude, I find to be very strong at what it's strong at. So this is from the 29th of September, just a few days ago. They're calling it 4.5. So if you use Claude, you just select the model. If I go to a new tab and select Claude, and I get the context window right here, and I zoom in, you can see Sonnet 4.5 is defaulted already. You can choose between Opus and Sonnet. or you can go back to more models, the lower numbers. So let's see what that means, all right? It's not just towards code, but I think definitely for anyone doing computer coding, it's a very big update. They're calling it the most aligned frontier model. So when someone says frontier model, they're saying just like the frontier is the front line on a map, this is the front line or highest or best or most prestigious or most powerful version of their language model. And the alignment, I think, is between intent and result. So I intend it to be this, and the result is that. It's pretty lined up. So pricing remains the same as the previous model, $3 or $15 per million tokens. So that means that if you're using it for your business, the price didn't go up. That's good. So, these numbers are always tricky to look at, but basically 4.5 went up, right? 77 to 82% versus, much lower numbers for previous models or competitors. It just means you're more likely to get the results you're looking for. Well, where did David go? You still there? Where did you go? We're still live to YouTube. Maybe David's signal dropped. All right, well, we're going to continue on. I'm sure David's going to pop back in here. Hopefully. Okay. All right, well, we'll carry on. And hope he returns. I'm just going to make sure I can see if and when he pops back in. So Claude has 4.5. Right? Their numbers are getting much stronger. They're calling it the most powerful model to date. If you're really interested in the metrics, go for it, nerd out on them. I think that you can get a lot out of Claude in different ways from ChatGPT. It's really worth exploring. They're saying that it's good for finance, for law, for medicine, and for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That this is like the win rate versus the baseline. So you're getting a better win, if you want to call it that, 69% of the time in STEM, 61 in medicine, 65 in law, and 72 in finance. These products aren't perfect, but they're really powerful for saving time. Cursor is saying it's state-of-the-art coding performance. GitHub saying it amplifies Copilot's core strengths. I think it's a really strong tool. I think it's lowering the misalignment behavior. You can get the agent software development kit. Okay, David's back. There he is.
I'm off my phone now, but we don't let anything stop us.
That's it. We rolled with it, David. I popped out, did a wellness check on Zoom. I thought, oh, he'll be back. It's just a signal. So we've been running through the Claude, right? I think for anyone that's not been using Claude, I strongly suggest you try out some Claude. It's amazing, David, what happens when, as a workflow, you just paste your prompt from ChatGPT to Claude, right? So just go like copy, paste, and then run both of them. You can run them both for free. There's a free version of all these tools. And when you start to appreciate the difference that pops up in your own work, it's amazing. So what else we had on our list is that Claude comes to Slack. So just like we noticed that Claude is now available in Copilot, and Claude has now what they're claiming to be one of the best benchmark or frontier models on the market, I think now Slack has caught up. The AI model can now draft your messages, summarize your discussions, prepare for meetings, and analyze documents in Slack, all while respecting existing permissions. So when you've got groups of people that have access to different things, it'll respect all that. It's available in the Slack marketplace. It works directly in your workspace or through a connected Claude app. I think anybody that's using Slack might already know that, but it's worth noting that Claude is now in Slack. We talked about Sora 2. We talked about the new Claude model. We talked about Pulse from ChatGPT. I wanted to mention the Hollywood synthetic actor. These things are coming. Now that we saw the Sora 2 model, now that we saw that there's a moment where your brain is going to lapse and just be like, that's a real person. Tilly Norwood has showed up on the scene. So it's an AI actress named Tilly Norwood, and they're approaching a deal with a major agency. So the AI talent studio Chicoya just revealed that its AI actress Tilly Norwood is in negotiations with multiple Hollywood talent firms. So Norwood debuted in a comedy sketch. It's a spin-out production from Particle 6 Studios with founder Elaine. Oh my goodness, there's an icon in the way. Vandervelden. And then claiming they want to be the next Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman. So their aspirations are not just to appear briefly, but to be like a recognizable star. We know Marcus Fell does this with his music career and his music avatar that has millions and millions of hits. Like this is an AI avatar that has millions of followers. So the precedent is there. It's only a matter of time, whether you like it or not. It's a matter of time.
So what do you think about that announcement about, they're kind of poking the bear, I would say. As far as, yeah, just, there was a lot of upset around that. This became a huge story immediately.
That there's going to be an AI actress in Hollywood?
Yeah, just that, they're going to try to be the number one actress, right?
I mean,
yeah.
What about Mickey Mouse?
True.
What's the difference? I mean, like, what is the difference between Mickey Mouse, who has a voice, or Kermit the Frog? You can hear in your head the voice of Kermit the Frog, and you're like, well, Kermit the Frog is just some fabric on a person's hand, and then a voice actor comes in.
Right. I guess it does just feed, though, to the whole AI is taking over conversation.
Well, yes and no. I don't emotionally connect with someone when their eyes don't move like human eyes. Part of what we as humans connect to is someone's eyes in that moment. And we're like, even if that actor or actress isn't living that moment, they're reflecting real human emotion through their eyes, like a lived experience. And that's where we connect. And I mean, currently, I don't know that that's going to be the case. Maybe.
Okay, hold on. Let me tell my AI to move their eyes and blah, blah.
Yeah. Hey, if it trains on the eyeballs of 1,000,000 people or 100 million people.
Right. But it is just feeding into the fear, right? I mean, just fear and people being I mean, it's interesting, right? Look, I think what we've learned this week, and I know we're wrapping it up tight, Claude going into Microsoft with Copilot, I mean, with Microsoft 360, with Claude going into Slack, that Salesforce owns Slack, that's a tremendous amount of user base, right? They have to, if you're out there listening, you need to learn these tools and stay on top of it, because if you're not AI ready, it's going to be very hard to compete, whether you have your own business, whether you look for your next opportunity, whatever it is, right? Get AI ready, Brad. I mean, I think it's required now.
So almost as if divinely, that is our last topic of the day, is that OpenAI brings direct purchasing to ChatGPT. So we've seen, ladies and gentlemen, today, just by coincidence, almost like magic, all of these topics connect with each other. The way that OpenAI's Sora 2 model will let you visualize your text prompts, and then the way that Tilly Norwood is going to appear in major motion pictures or television and commercials or advertisements, you're going to start to see a presence of artificial intelligence that's visually stunning, that's near seamless between imagination and reality, that's hard to discern what's real and what's not. You're going to find with ChatGPT Pulse that you're going to get information on the things you're looking at. And now inside ChatGPT is direct purchasing. So this, David, this links all of those things. So someone's using, through social media, an AI advertising campaign to make you aware of the product. And then you're using ChatGPT and you search for something and the product pops up. You've already been converted from not knowing about it to knowing about it. And now you're going to want it. It's going to pop up here, a dinnerware set from Blank Pottery, right? On Etsy for $85. You'll just click the buy button. So if you're using ChatGPT like a search engine and you're like, hey, I'm in the market to buy new sunglasses. I really like the ones that look like, Tom Cruise's aviators. And it says, you know what? These are on sale and I could ship them to you right now. Just click one and buy it. It's a seamless sales process. So I think you're going to start to see, David, in your social media feed, Sora 2 ads that are 15 seconds that look seamless. People are going to edit them so that they get the best 3 or 4 second clip of that 15 seconds, stitch a couple of them together, put some graphics on it with Descript or any of the other softwares, run that through your social media feed. They're going to use AI to know who's the ideal customer. You're going to see that ad. You're going to do a little research. It's going to pop up for you to purchase. That is a complete sales cycle. And that's not like out into the future. That's happening right now. So the company ChatGPT is partnered with Stripe to create the system, and it's initially supporting Etsy sellers. So partnering with Stripe means that using a trusted money platform, so when you go to purchase something, Stripe is a reliable backend that your credit card or your payment system is going to seamlessly work as well as you think Stripe works. If you think Stripe works well, which I think it does, there it is. So you're not using someone's janky homemade credit card system. Etsy is a platform to buy and sell things. And then coming soon is over 1 million Shopify merchants. So if you're on Shopify, you're going to be the first wave of selling on ChatGPT. If you know what you're doing, you're going to use AI to have these search engines or large language model searches find your company. You're going to use perhaps Sora 2 to advertise on social media. You're going to have traffic driven. When people search you on ChatGPT, it's going to come up because you did that work. People are going to one click and purchase through Stripe, and you're going to sell your things almost like magic. Like it's not a tomorrow future. It's a today future.
It's crazy, right? And it's not even the store. They'll be able to just make stuff for you on demand. Oh, right. And it's
I don't know if you know Liam Zaltek. He did that, David. He made custom posters that you would put up in your home on your wall. He made with AI custom horror movie posters. So if you like Little Red Riding Hood, he made like a horror movie version of Little Red Riding Hood. It was print on demand. He automated the whole process. He did that, I want to say, like 2 years ago. He did that like 2 Halloweens ago. This is the absolute future, ladies and gentlemen. This is where commerce will be going. There will always be people who push back, and they love brick and mortar stores, the custom handshake and warm smile and eye contact recognition of what you're doing. And at the same time, as that still exists for anybody that's bought anything off an email campaign or online or from a social media ad they saw, that level of pipeline is only becoming more robust and more slick and quicker from AI software. David, I think that's a lot for the latest, but I think that's the latest.
That'll take us until next week, where there'll be loads more. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Great show, Brad. I got logged out from the computers because I guess it's raining here, maybe on the Central Coast. We'll see. Haven't been outside yet. It's bright and early. Send me the closed captioning, and we look forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a great week, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.